Chapter 4: The Great Fortress of Balbazak. The Shining Force reached the Pau Prairie to discover that Pau was a town of wagons. Have you heard about General Elliott? No. General Elliott is one of the greatest warlords of Runefaust, but I'm sure he is not evil of heart. He was the one who saved us when a group of bandits invaded this town. Who are you? I can't let any old stranger enter here. Stop and go, stop and go. This nomadic life is really for me. Greetings, Maxstone. I am General Elliott of Runefaust. Will you listen to me? Good, for what I have to say should interest you. Runefaust has been corrupted by Dark Soul. He came from nowhere to sway our king. Dark Soul told King Ramaladu that the world would be his to rule forever. All he needed was the legacy of the ancients, Dark Soul claimed. Our king listened. Though I hate Dark Soul and his plans, I am a loyal subject of King Ramaladu. When we meet next, Maxstone, it will be on the battlefield. Our king is fully under Dark Soul's influence. All this warfare is Dark Soul's doing. If you defeat me in battle, please free Runefaust from Dark Soul's clutches. So interesting, he feels honor-bound to listen to his king, even though he personally hates everything that's going on. So very important, this is the church, building in the northwest corner. Go up here, and you'll get Yogurt. The joke character. Welcome, Maxstone. I've been expecting you. How can I help you in the Shining Force? Well, let's just see who needs my help. Oh my, Anri is in bad shape. I'll see if I can help. Alright, I'm not going to go through this, but I lost 4 characters, I guess, in the last battle with the laser eye. So, Yogurt is a joke character. He's level 1, his stats are at 1. He's pathetic. He'll never gain stats. He never gains levels. It would be impossible for him even if you tried. So, the only purpose of him is if you manage to kill somebody with Yogurt, which means that you have to get that enemy pretty much to 1 HP. If Yogurt actually manages to kill someone, you gain a Yogurt ring. The Yogurt ring will change anyone's appearance to look like Yogurt. So basically, you can have a team, if you have enough patience, you can have a team full of battle hamsters if you want. And when they're a battle hamster, they'll just appear that way and they'll still be fine. We travel all over Pau. The engine driver decides where we stop every day. It's a mystery to the rest of us. I am Queen Koran. Have you enjoyed your visit? I think we're ready to leave. Everything is ready, Your Highness. We can leave anytime you wish. Everything is ready. Full power. Wow, this feels great. Very odd equipment. Well, let's not be rude to our visitor. Is it okay with you if we move along? We'll be leaving now. Good luck. Please step outside. It's time for us to go. Wow, what a flight. I've never been this far from Boostok before. Kokichi. Hey, down there. I want to help you fight those nasty Runefaust beasties. Whoa, it won't stop. I'll be right back, I think. Just wait a minute. I'm joining up, youngster. I figured you need some experience on this team. Kokichi joins the Shining Force. Kokichi. I'll be at headquarters. Alright, he's a flyer. So up here, he's easy to miss as another one of those Centaur Knights. Hey, how are you doing, Maxstone? My name is Vankar. Did you hear about me in Pau? Good, good. I was pretty famous there, but now I'm looking for adventure. I heard about you in Pau. I'm joining up. No, don't thank me. It's my pleasure. Vankar joins the Shining Force. Yeah. I'll be at headquarters. Alright, now next, after this battle, we get, I think, 2 more Shining Force members. Ah, the time for battle has come for King Ramladu. General Elliott is said to be the finest swordsman in all of Room. Take care, Max Stone. Oh yeah, an interesting battle. I'm gonna skip through the huge prairie crossing to get to the first part of the battle. Basically, there's gonna be two waves of forces. One that'll advance towards you, and a second contingent that'll hang back by General Elliott. So, yeah, so that, like, the front group is gonna advance towards you, and then the second group will stay put. All the Pegasus Knights will advance. Now, one of the lizard men, like the one that's in the middle, is kind of like the leader. I guess you can think of him as like General Elliott's lieutenant right there. He has a heat axe. And a heat axe is an awesome axe that a promoted warrior can use. That's basically Gort or Luke. I'm probably going to promote him soon just so I can use that axe. But if a character has an empty slot in their inventory, they'll gain the axe after the battle of killing that particular lizardman, because that lizardman is like the lieutenant of that front guard that's going after me. And the heat axe, not only is it a powerful axe, but you can cast Blaze 2 for free with it by using it in battle. Some powerful weapons, you can cast spells with them an infinite number of times, and they never wear down, which is freaking awesome. And then there's also rings too that you'll get later on that can cast magic spells, but rings have a chance of getting damaged in battle, and if they're damaged, you can pay to repair them, because if you don't repair them, there's a chance they can be destroyed and lost forever. So you have to be sure to stop using them and repair them, which costs some money. But the weapons, my understanding is the weapons never damage, so some of the most powerful weapons in the game can cast magic for free, so maybe the mages aren't quite that great, and maybe I'll take Henri off the team, just because she's starting to really lag behind. And next battle, we'll have a new character that's also uses freeze magic that's freaking awesome. I won't spoil it for right now, but he's definitely going to be in my party to the end of the battle. Basically the magical version of Xylo the werewolf. Freaking awesome. So just a note on the horizon for those that care to listen. The next battle is probably going to be no commentary, just for the battle part. I'll still do voiceovers for the town part. But to keep things moving, the next battle is really nothing special. There's no bosses in the next battle, in Battle 13. Just a standard kind of battle to get to the next battle, which then has Balbazak. And Balbazak's another cool boss. I don't like him as much as General Elliott, but he's still pretty awesome. So to keep things moving, I put it to 1.25 speed, but don't worry, as we take on General Elliott, I'll slow down to 1.0 so you can bask in all the epicness of fighting General Elliott. So it'll be 1.0 speed for that part of the battle, but this was another movie clip that was going to end up being 40 minutes if I didn't speed up parts of it. Again, I'll take feedback in the comments if you want me to leave the speed alone, but this game can kind of drag on in parts, so I kind of wanted to, I figure 1.25 speed, it's still enjoyable to watch. Faster than that, it's probably not enjoyable. So, a little bit about General Elliott. He's a Dragon-newt, basically like a dragon humanoid, which in this universe, in this world, which is the land of Rune, he's a member of like pretty much an extinct race. Like he's one of the last members of the Dragon-newts. I think they're more common like in the Dungeons and Dragons series. But yeah, they're basically a dragon humanoid. So I don't think he can breathe fire, but he has other traits of being a dragon, with being a humanoid too, so... but as you can see, he's very much a character of honor. He feels honor-bound to follow his king, so he'll follow his king, because he swore an allegiance to his king upon death. Which, back in the days, like, if you were a knight, and you swore an allegiance to the king, that took precedence over everything else. Like, your life, your family, everything would be forfeit to follow the will of the king. So you swore an oath to the king, like, that was deathly serious, and you followed that oath, like, absolutely no matter what. And that was just the way it was, like in the Middle Ages or whatever. And that's kind of based on reality. So, you know, he hates what he has to do, but he's complying with orders in a way where he can also kind of object in a way. Because he's fighting, you know, he could have fought underhanded. He could have set up an ambush to get the Shining Force. He could have easily done that, probably. But he wants to fight on open ground with honor. And, you know, because he feels like, well, I have to at least make it look like I'm trying. So he's going to fight you with honor. And I thought it was interesting that General Elliott, he rescues the town from bandits. So, you know, just because you happen to fight for what might be considered an evil force, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're evil in yourself. It can be, but... So... And General Elliott, he's skilled with swords. His attack animation's pretty sweet. You'll get to see that later. But and he's as a boss. So the bosses in this game, they heal every round. They heal some, so you have to keep doing damage to them. They'll heal some every round, so you have to keep whittling down on them. And it takes a while. You know, it's 60 HP. That's far more HP than any other character has, so you have to really gang up on them and do more damage than you know. It takes a while to get going on them, but... Alright. So, just taking out the lizard men. The lizard men hit hard, but at least they don't have the best defense. And Xylo the werewolf has the heat axe, so I managed to kill that one lizard man before he could do a lot of damage. Otherwise, that heat axe would have devastated my forces. So I was glad. I think Anri dies here. Yeah, she's just too weak. But I'll get a character that can do freeze magic in the next battle and on. And this character has a lot of defense. It's kind of a genderless character. Like, I don't even know. I probably use the term he, but it's honestly a genderless character. You'll see. As you can see, I kind of created a bottleneck for myself coming in from the top because I have no maneuverability, and what's really annoying is the name stuff's actually getting in the way of seeing what's going on. So good to know, like, you can end up creating your own bottlenecks. This should be a wide open battle with plenty of movement, but by going north up there, I created my own bottleneck. So keep that in mind as you fight. So the healers, I'm going to keep using the healers even though they just lag behind. If I get a powerful ring later on, that can cast magic, I can equip them and they can start using those rings and stuff to gain some experience. Because it's hard for the healers to gain experience. They just don't get as much experience when they heal vices when enemies are killed and damaged and stuff. So they end up lagging behind. But having a healer, I think, is a good thing, because you can get by with restorative items, but the items cost money, and there's a lot of really powerful weapons and stuff that you want to save your money for. But, you know, the healing items cost money, and you have to waste a turn to use them anyway, so, I don't know. There's arguments said for whether you should have healers or not, and you can get by without them with healing items, but I think it's a must that you have at least one healer on your team, but I'm probably going to keep 2 healers through the end of the game, even though they might get to a point where literally one attack and they're dead. But you know, the enemy AI does a good job of pretty much ignoring the healers, because they'll pretty much try to go after your leader or other characters. I mean, if your healers are vulnerable, they'll go after them, but if you kind of keep them in the back lines, they won't be harassed. Yeah, as you can see, those Pegasus Knights, they have really good evade. They're powerful creatures. They have good attack, they have good defense, they have good movement, and they can evade really well. So overall, they're just pretty powerful. What's funny is, like, the Silver Knights are actually kind of pathetic. They're maybe one step above the Rune Knights that you face early on. They're really kind of pathetic. The Pegasus Knights are way stronger, so I don't know, it's kind of weird that they have Silver Knights and Pegasus Knights together when the Silver Knights are a lot weaker. Like, I kind of feel like they should have made the Silver Knights stronger, since they can't, like stronger but not able to evade as well, since they're not flying and they can't move as well, but they should have made them stronger to compensate. Oh well. I think they have decent defense, but sometimes the best defense is good offense, as they say. Alright, so there's 2. Now what's funny is those Dark Priests, they just sit there. I don't know what that's about. They could be up there trying to heal the Pegasus Knights, but whatever. It works for me. Makes it easier for me, I guess. Because I'll send Kokichi, the flyer, down there to deal with the healers, and he'll get some experience. Kokichi's pretty powerful. He can't fly far as much as, or his movement's a little bit less than the Birdmen, but the Birdmen are just weak. I got rid of the Birdmen. They just don't hit hard enough later on in the game, in my opinion. So, whereas Kokichi, he hits fairly hard. There's another creature. I'll go ahead and spoil it. Grunts. That armadillo in that steam suit will finally start working, and he'll join my party. And he basically is like a knight, but he has good defense because he's in a suit of armor. But he's otherwise just like a knight. He can't move very well, but he's a good candidate for giving movement enhancement too. That there's a stat boosting item that'll increase movement, so he's an excellent candidate for that. 'Cause initially, his low movement kind of sucks. It just takes him longer to get to the fight, so it is what it is. And then Hans up. I don't know, like, the archers can be pretty powerful in the late game. They have really cool looking, like, basically gun type weapons that are really cool. But I know that there's a Shining Force character, Lyle. He's a bazooka wielding centaur knight. Yeah, a centaur knight with a bazooka. And I don't even know if he equips bow and arrow or not. I don't know, but his attack animation is pretty sweet. And in the late game, the archers, that they can hit like 3 or 4 spaces away, which is kind of nice. It gives them real ranged firepower, because, you know, with 2 squares away, it's not as good, but in the late game is when they'll shine. So the archers are probably worth working on just because of their range. Allows you to kind of get hits in when you otherwise wouldn't be able to, because of a bottleneck or whatever. That's the power of range. You can kind of deal with the bottlenecks. Alright. So still a little bit ways before we get to General Elliott, who won't move until we're down there. there's powerful healing magic that's like a totally different class of spell. It's called Aura. And it's called Aura, I guess, because it'll heal more than one target. Like, not as well as heal, but it can heal multiple targets, called Aura. And eventually, if you can get Aura level 4, it'll heal every single one of your force, no matter where on the battlefield they are. Like, that's pretty damn powerful to be able to cast that. And there is an item that'll restore, like, 20 HP to everyone. You can't buy it in shops, but it's a very powerful item that can be found in certain places that kind of does a free Aura cast for you. Aura level 4 cast, so... Yeah, it's just so annoying to work on the healers, but there's really powerful healing spells that you can get later in the game. And, you know, your healers will be just as important as your offensive magic mages and stuff, and it's just a tragedy. It's definitely a weak point in this game, that the way the experience works. Like, this is not a perfect game by any means. I still love it, but you can tell where they, in other tactical RPGs, they fixed it later on. So, yep, good old Silver Knights. They're pretty pathetic. Although, might do some damage to Hans. Yeah. Problem with archers, they're weak. But I kind of want to work on Hans because of the gun-type weapons that he can get later on. And I noticed a lot of Let's Players for Shining Force, because I mean, I watch more to YouTube more than I make movies for it. Like, I love YouTube. I love watching Let's Plays and stuff. And I've seen a few Shining Force Let's Plays from other creators. And they kind of poo-poo the archers. Like, they're like, they suck, whatever. But, like, you can't underestimate their tactical ability to be able to hit from range. Because in a lot of battles, you have bottlenecks and stuff where you can't bring all of your 12 force members to bear because it's a bottleneck. And being able to attack at range really addresses that. You know, so you can't, even if they're weaker in other ways, like being able to attack at a long range is a powerful ability. You can't underestimate that ability, because, you know, if you have a force that's all melee attackers, again, they'll get bottlenecked, and you won't be able to use them as much. So you can't discount that tactical ability to be able to hit from range. Because I agree, the archers, they have issues, let's just say. But eventually you get those powerful gun-type weapons, and they can hit from farther away. If you hear a dog barking in the background, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm dog sitting, and I can't do it. I don't know. I can't get the dog to stop barking. I've taken it for walks and given it food, and I give up. But I dog sit a lot as a side job, so which is kind of nice to get to use other people's houses and stuff. These are all clients of my wife's. So Kokichi's working on that Dark Priest that's down there. And it's kind of nice that the Dark Priest keeps healing, because, hey, that's more experience. You know, if he just wastes a turn healing himself, and then you just get more experience and stuff. Alright, here we go. This is I'm slowing it down to 1.0 speed because we have General Elliott coming up. And he'll start laying the smackdown on some people. But I have to surround him to get him. Oh yeah, he's freaking awesome. Of course, to farm some experience, I wanted to take out the Dark Priest and the new enemy, the Artillery, first. Obviously, the Dark Priest could heal. General Elliott can heal himself in every round, but we don't need to help that with the extra healing he might get from a Dark Priest. So, definitely a must to take out the Dark Priest first. And then the Artillery is pretty cool. It can fire a pretty good range. It's got a powerful attack, but like Artillery, it's not very good defense. Basically a beefed up archer. Yeah, I'm kind of rethinking this. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to lose the battle now, so Max Stone's got to hang back. It's just the way it is. You know, he's in every battle. You want to work on him. You want to get him strong, but if he dies, that's it. So usually at the end of the battle, I keep him back for obvious reasons. I don't want to lose now when I've just spent half an hour on this battle or whatever it was. So. Good, I'm getting Arthur some levels. That's good. Arthur will get really powerful. I want to keep working on him. He's the best knight in the game, but it just takes a while to get there. And the healers they're behind, but they're starting to catch up a little bit. I can't remember if I got Chris to level 7 or not. Maybe not. But, oh well. Still going to use him. Still going to keep working on him. Oh yeah, look at him. Dragon-newt in full armor. He even has like armor for his horns. His helmet. That must be quite a helmet to put on. On guard, May! Oh, not quite. Target acquired. Fire! Yeah. Ooh. Damn. Yeah, the artillery is powerful. Powerful. Oh well. Yeah, let's get the archer into the fray. Yeah, let's get the artillery. Alright, good. Almost within promotion territory. I guess I have time to talk a little bit about promotion, but I'll talk about it later. But promotion's another sticking point with this game. It's definitely done better in other games, but the promotion system, the way it is what you can promote at level 10. The range to promote is basically level 10 to 20, because your character won't gain any stats beyond level 20. So the longest you'd want to wait is level 20 to promote. But at level 10, so when you promote, your character goes back to level 1. You get a better appearance. You look awesome. But your stats, whatever your stats are at, you go down 25. It's either 20 or 25% that you go down. So if you wait to promote, your character will be stronger, but you'll still take a stat cut, but they'll be a little bit stronger if you wait. However, when you promote, you can use all the best weapons and stuff, because there's certain weapons that you can't use unpromoted. Like the heat axe, I have to promote Gort or Loot to use the heat axe. So I'll consider promoting one of them early, because I can use that powerful heat axe, even though it might be smarter to wait to promote them. Like the ideal time to promote, if you're a Maximus, and you want to maximize everything, is at level 20. Because that's as far as you can go unpromoted, but it's a balancing act, because like And I think a good target range to promote is like level 15. Because you don't want to do it too early, because then you'll be too weak. And another thing to consider is, like, because of that stat reduction, you don't want to promote everyone at once. You want to stagger the promotions if you can. If you promote everyone at once, you're potentially setting yourself up for trouble, because you're basically giving your entire team a stat drop by promoting. So that's it. That's the promotion system in a nutshell. It's another problem with this game that's somewhat addressed in Shining Force 2, but not quite. And I think they basically took it away as a bad thing at all. And here we go. Tao's gone. Ugh. Yeah. General Elliott's quite the character. Yeah. Well, I will eventually get him, and this battle will wrap up. He will eventually go down. So, enjoy the rest of the battle. Just to reiterate what I said earlier, I'll do a voiceover for the town parts, but I'm probably not going to do commentary for the battle part, because the next battle is pretty standard. There's nothing special about the next battle. There's no boss or anything, although there's a new type of enemy called the Hellhounds, which are cool. So maybe I'll do a little tie-in for the Hellhounds. Basically, there's these double-headed fire dogs, I think, that they can do a regular attack or they can do a fire-breathing attack, which is pretty cool. So I'll start to face enemies that can do different attacks. Sometimes they'll do a special attack. And I think some of your characters can do that too, where they'll do regular attacks and then sometimes special attacks. So, like, you get a dragon character later on, his name's Blue, that when he's promoted, he'll do a standard attack, and then he might sometimes do a breath attack since he's a dragon. So anyway, always remember, stay tuned, stay informed, enhance your quantity of stonage. Yeah. Yeah.
Perhaps you have the strength to rescue King Romuladu and Runefaust. Stop, Dark Soul. Promise that you will free Runefaust, known as Protectora, before Dark Soul came.
Elliott was a great warrior. Too bad he was our enemy. But look, the traveling town of Pau is coming up again. Alright. Now I'm done. Stay tuned, stay informed. Yeah.